advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth LLC and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information that is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Jost, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Jost.
Welcome back. We are doing our Living Your Diamond Life Q&A questions for women series, and we are on chapter 8, what are we doing? Part 2. Let me get to my little thing here. Okay, so we are going to do how do I rebuild my life after financial betrayal, and this is part 2. So I hope you saw part 1 or listen to part 1. It's really good. So we're going to pick it right up from where we left off on part 1. So part 1 went through the explanations of what is betrayal, right? It could be loss of money. It could be loss of control, trust, identity. Like it hits all the spots within our body, right? Our nervous system. And we want to rush right out to fix it. But we really can't fix it by moving numbers around, budgeting, getting new advisors, selling, buying things. Maybe we actually have to fix us. We have to fix our nervous system. We have to fix the trust in ourselves for our own decision making. And so that's the inner work. And that's what we like to do here, right? We like to do the inner work. Okay. So here's some questions that I got around financial betrayal. One of them was on anger. I talked about that in the last episode. It was really good. I wanted to go over it again here because I know we feel like we shouldn't be angry and we should always be nice and have everything be under control and all that stuff. But anger is really good because it helps us go up to the emotional level that we want to be at, which is more happy, right? So check out the emotional scale on your computer, find it, get it, print it out, make sure you have it. So when we're in anger, we want to move up just a little bit, but anger helps us get to our next emotions. Sometimes we get stuck in anger, or sometimes we get stuck in depression or below that because we can't get to anger. We're afraid to be angry. Maybe we're afraid we're going to lash out on someone, or we're afraid of other people's anger. So I was raised in an alcoholic home, and yeah, my dad would scream and yell sometimes. And that scared the crap out of me, right? I had a boyfriend in high school that was physical. And so that was scary. And so all these little things as kids and children and teenagers, we create our own thoughts around anger, that anger is scary. To this day, I do not like when someone's angry. Like to this day, confrontation, someone else's confrontation scares the heck out of me. And so I have always grown up to keep the peace. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. So I'm afraid sometimes to go to anger around that. Now for me, I can get there easy if I'm triggered, but it's not the healthy anger, right? It's more of the reaction of, holy crap, something's going to attack me anger. And so that's not the level that I need to be at. And that's when I know that when I get that angry, that quick, that trigger, I know that that's all me, that it has nothing to do with anybody else. That's all me. And I need to go figure that out myself. Back away from the situation, the person, the phone, whoever it might be, and go figure it out. Okay. So anger is okay. On the other side of anger, even when you work through it, becomes clarity. And so you will find that through the anger. So it's okay to be angry, but let's just work it out healthily. If that makes sense. Okay. Question number 1 here. How do I trust anyone after I've been betrayed? Something like this. That's a great question. How do I trust anyone? Well, we don't start with trusting other people. We have to start with trusting ourselves first, which is actually the biggest job. And so we want to trust our voice. We want to trust our own questions. We want to trust our instincts. We want to trust our gut. And we don't want to ignore the same flags that we did before. So we're going to look at the facts, what actually happened. So we're going to unpack what happened, right? So let's see. Oh my gosh. I used my eyeglasses in the last episode. Let's just stick with the eyeglasses because that's what's coming to my mind. Okay. So when I went and sat down to buy my eyeglasses, did I ask the right questions? I didn't, because I didn't know about all the bells and whistles that you can do with the glasses. And so I didn't ask the right questions. And so the flags are, to me, when someone's trying to rush me to make a decision and just to buy this now, do this now. A lot of coaches do that. 24 hours, if you make the decision now, you're going to save money. And we do that on purpose because we do know that once you go home and get back in your head or go to your spouse, or you might change your mind when you know this is a really good thing for you. I get that. And I also get that our nervous system could be making that decision, not our true intention selves. So if we were to purchase that on that spur of the moment, then we might regret that later. So what I like to do is at least give it 24 hours, sleep on it, whatever, but then pick it back up again tomorrow, because you're going to be in a different state of mind. You're going to be in a different emotional place. And that's when you make your decision on that. So in the meantime, we're going to do that. We're going to pause. We're going to trust our instincts, and we will see things differently. We will see pink flags. We might see caution flags, yellow flags, before we see the actual red flag of not purchasing something. But I wouldn't have known, right? I wouldn't have known at that time. I was trying to save some money, of course. So I did go, and I thought everybody was great there, but the glasses that actually came out did not last long at all. And I'm hearing that around. A lot of people are saying that. So trusting yourself is not about removing the risk. We're still going to have risk when we make decisions, but it's about increasing our awareness and increasing that we are where we're at today, making this decision of what we know right this moment, and trust our gut, not our head. We have to go into our intuition, because it might not make sense to anyone else why we're saying yes or no to this, but it does work with us. And have you ever I always say, have you ever had like a hell yeah, I'm down, that feels great, I'm doing it. Oh, heck no, I'm staying away from that. That doesn't feel good to me right now, even though on paper it might make perfect sense to do that, but it just doesn't feel right. I really want us to get in touch with that, because there's other things that are going on with everything, with our world, with our whole body, our lives, our next day, the next day after, our finances, everything. And our right, truer self, our inner knowing, our God, our angels, our whatever you want to call it, knows what's best for us. So if we can tap into that intuition and to trusting our feelings, we will make the right decisions moving forward. I know that when I'm in the flow, when I'm aligned with my inner knowing, my true self, my North Star, I feel so good and I can make decisions so quick. My biggest decisions that I've made were really made and done and accomplished within 3 weeks, moving across the country, changing companies, moving places, making big decisions. I'm usually in huge alignment, and it's so easy. If you're not, then pause. So if we're not aligned, we're going to pause. And little steps like that is going to help us trust ourselves first. Then we can trust other people. Okay, question number 2. I keep replaying everything in my head. Why can't I let it go? Oh my gosh, do we always do that, right? Oh, we just beat ourselves up. If I would have done this, if I would have seen this. Oh my goodness. Our brain is trying to solve what happened so it doesn't happen again. It's natural. So it's okay. That replay loop in our mind is searching for control. It's searching for clarity so that it protects itself from feeling this pain again. Gently interrupt it by grounding yourself in the present moment. So we're going to say, hey, what is actually happening right now? Ask our brain, what is actually happening right now? Wait, I don't need to solve anything right now because the past is done. I'm already safe right now, right this moment. Take a breath. I have food in my refrigerator. I have a roof over my head. I have a car to drive. I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm safe. Right this moment, I'm safe. That will stop the loop. Do you remember that The Power of Now book? I can't remember who wrote that, but that was a big thing for a while. The Power of Now. Let's stay into the now intentions of what's going on right this moment. Right this moment, I'm sitting here talking to y'all. This is great. I have my amazing producer, Rebel. She's here taking care of all the sound so I can go up and down. It's all good. You guys are going to hear this amazing podcast. Your life's going to be transformed. Everything is great right this moment. I don't have to think back of what just happened or what I didn't see or could do differently. Let's just stay right here and then say, okay, now that I'm here and safe, what can I do next? Write it down. If it's still in your head, write it down. Journal. Make your list, checklist. Get it out of your head. That's what's trying to control things is our head, and our inner knowing and our heart need to control things more. So I hope that makes sense. So we want to be able to feel safe right now, let go of the past. I've even written a letter to that incident, whatever happened. I had an incident happen with my family years ago, and we had to go to mediation. It was about a real estate deal, and it was horrible. I lost half my family in the whole transaction, all around money, which was so sad. So sad. And it took me a while to work through all of that and still feel safe in my decisions moving forward. And so betrayal happens, right? It just does. But don't worry, we can absolutely get on the right track and trust ourselves again. Okay, question number 3. I feel like I lost part of who I was. Is that normal? Abso-freaking-lutely, that's normal, right? Totally normal, because we feel like we're so solid when we're making a decision like I did with that real estate deal. I felt that I was doing the best thing for everyone included. And then I went and got blindsided, totally betrayed, lost my trust in humanity, in family, in people. It was horrible. So I needed to go back and say, okay, who was I during that time making those decisions? It just shatters us completely. If I saw myself as secure, which I did, I saw myself secure, capable, knowing, in control, but I still made the mistakes of trusting people I shouldn't have trusted. So here's the reframe. I did not lose myself. I'm meeting with more of a version of whom I am now. My identity isn't gone. It's evolving. We're just growing. Yeah, I'm still growing in my 60s. Is that not ridiculous? So actually this happened in my 50s, but still, it's still with me, right? All the experiences, and as they say, every thought can never be unthought. Every thought is in our file cabinet of the subconscious. That is there in our subconscious. It's there. It doesn't go away. All we want to do is reframe it and have introduced new thoughts. So that's who I was then. Going back then, I probably would have made the same decisions as I did then, because that's who I was then. That's not who I am now. So now I would be different. I'm evolving. I still trust people. I still look at that. However, I'm going to look at the whole picture, not just this incident. I would get more reviews on past workings and past dealings that people have done in order to step up and trust them. And, I'm learning, definitely. Okay. Question number 4, how do I stop this from affecting my future relationships? That is a great question. With relationships or with money and people, how do I not just, throw up a bunch of boundaries and I'm never doing business with friends and family again? Well, I can't ever say that because my friends and family are my clients and I want it that way. And I would never want to stop that. So it's not friends and family. It's people who that are your friends and family. Is it that person that you want to do business with? Not just a blanket. So how do I stop from doing this? I want to not harden myself, not throw up all those boundaries just because, but refining it. There's a difference. The boundaries say, I'll never do business with friends and family again. I'll never trust friends and family again. So the redefining that is going to say, I will trust with awareness, with boundaries, and with my full voice. My future doesn't need to be controlled by my past. but it should be informed by it. So we are learning from our past, but it's not going to dictate my future. So we're going to learn what happened and move forward, which is why we do want to talk to our elderly and our middle-aged and our boomers and whatever we want to call it, because we've been around the block so many times. And we want to be able to talk to the people who aren't just rigid and throwing up the boundaries against everyone, but that have some type of knowledge and a little bit of lessons that they've learned, because then we can share in that knowledge. However, words don't teach, actions do, behaviors do, right? So we all kind of have to learn our lessons ourselves. I love it. Okay, next question. Why do I feel like I can't relax when nothing is happening right now? Oh, that's a good one. So your nervous system is still on alert. It is waiting for the next shoe to drop. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're walking on eggshells? After a betrayal, your body is scanning for the next problem. It's like, where is it at? Where is it at? So it doesn't get caught off guard again. That was just like a big slap in the face. Like it hurt so bad. So it's on guard. Your body is doing that on its own. It's just automatic. So safety doesn't come from everything just being perfect. It actually comes from us controlling our body. So we need to remind our body, I can handle what comes. That's how we slowly turn the alarm off. And again, going back to right this moment, I'm safe. Right now, right this moment, right today, this time in life, I'm good. I'm all good. It's amazing. The alarms can just go off because everything's great. And if you got through one betrayal, you can handle what comes next. And any of us, if you've been like me, been through the hell and back, we have been on the floor of despair. We've been there. I know that I can handle so much. Not that I want to call it in. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I know that I can handle myself. I know that I can handle what life generates or I attract, right? I know I can handle it. I know I can. I'm just stronger every day, but I'm also stronger with an inner knowing and an inner alignment that I'm not alone and the universe has got my back. Okay, next question. I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I lost actual time in my life. I feel like I have to rush to fix everything right now. Okay. That's a good one. That urgency is just fear dressed up in action. It wants to do something to get out of the fear. So first of all, we have to know that we did not lose our future. You're just being invited to rebuild it differently. So, okay, thank you for that contrast. Thank you for that lesson. What have I learned moving forward? I need to look at the person and previous incidences before I can actually trust that person. So how do they handle life in general? If I'm going to do a real estate deal with someone, well, that's okay. But have they ever filed for bankruptcy? Have they ever tried to trick somebody on an insurance scam? Have they ever betrayed a friend? Or have they ever just cut somebody off completely? Like, do they only focus on themselves, or do they actually listen to you when they're having a conversation? Do they actually care about you personally as well? Like all of that rolls into, can I trust this person? So we want to look at all of that before we rush into fixing everything. Rushing creates more mistakes because it's coming from the fear part of us. It's coming from the scared little part of us. Slowing down creates alignment. I should say even slowing down allows alignment. You're not behind. We're just recalibrating our energy. We're recalibrating our thoughts. We're just stepping into the nervous system of calm and clarity before we make the next decisions. Okay, next question. I don't trust my judgment anymore. How do I get back to trusting my judgment? Great, quick question. Start by honoring the decisions you're making right now, even small. What time you wake up? What'd you have for breakfast? I went to kickboxing. I took my vitamins first. I took some electrolytes. All these decisions I'm making to stay safe and take care of myself and my body. Judgment isn't rebuilt through big leaps. It's rebuilt through consistent, aligned choices and decisions that you're making today. Did you make your bed? Did you take a shower? What type of music are you listening to? Everything in my life is built up to build me healthy. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to be happy and joyous. So every little thing that I do, like this right here, talking on this podcast, sharing this information to me, lights me up. I love it. It feels really good. It's stressful right before I'm getting it done and working on it and pushing the button to go. But then once I'm here, it's awesome because I know that's what I'm built to do, right? So every little thing needs to be built up to help us trust ourselves again, because we don't trust our judgment. So take into account not just the money items, but everything. You're shopping for yourselves, your groceries, your recipes. Who are you allowing into your world? Are you allowing negative Nellies to come in? When we are not trusting ourselves with our decisions, we really need to have the people that build us up in our life. Call that person that loves you no matter what. Have a conversation with them. Reach out to the people that are just happy all the time and positive. Reach out to those. Don't call the despair people and the negative Nellies, right? We want to call the positive people. Okay. And then we're going to listen to ourselves just a little bit more. Every choice that we make, we're going to listen to ourselves a little bit more. And the louder our inner voice becomes, the more we're going to trust our intuition. And then we will get right back to our understanding our judgment. I promise you, it will work. Last question. Part of me still feels attached to the person who hurt me. Oh my gosh, I was attached for so long, especially if they've been in your life for a long time. Connection doesn't disappear just because our heart was broken and we were betrayed. We love somebody, we can still love them, and we can acknowledge that wasn't okay. Healing isn't about shutting off emotion. It's about holding the truth and compassion in the same time without abandoning ourselves. So yes, I had amazing memories with my family. I had amazing memories and it was all good. And it was great. That didn't go away. That's still with me right now. What we did before was great. They're not here now, but I still have to heal how I felt. I have to heal the anger, to release, let go, release the judgment, release the anger, forgive myself. I had to forgive myself for making the mistakes that I did. So I had to forgive myself to be able to trust myself again and to release that person. There's a lot of journaling, writing a letter, releasing, forgiving yourself. There's a lot of ways that we can do that just to release the energy from that person. I hope this has all helped y'all with part 2 of being financially betrayed, and come back and listen to all the other chapters. And I want you all to be able to walk away and say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.